Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Naveed Ahmed to teach you English lesson. This is our third lecture about lesson number 3 of the book Life with Values. Lesson number 3 name is Happiness Lies in Contentment. Contentment means satisfaction, the comfortability one feel easy is that mean by contentment. So today in this lesson, the today's topics are story of a greedy carpenter and learn from nature. These two topics are taken from the lesson number 3, happiness lies in contentment. I will ask you to come on the page and come on these two topics, story of greedy carpenter and learn from nature. These two topics are from the lesson happiness lies in contentment. In the first topic, the story of greedy carpenter. In this paragraph, in this topic, we are going to study about a carpenter. The carpenter is the one who works with wood. He used to make wooden doors, wooden the beds, sofas, your windows, mirrors, and different things of wood. So he was not satisfied with his life. Carpenter was not happy with his life and he wanted to become rich. He wanted to become rich, and for that cause he hit upon an idea, and what he has actioned that he presented. He gifted one wooden statue of the king, and king was very pleased. King was very happy to see his statue, which was made of wooden expertise by that carpenter. And what happened? You will read the word on. You will read the word on. King in the reward wanted to give some reward, give some prize to the carpenter. So the king asked from the carpenter that what do you want to own? This is complete of the entire, the complete kingdom, the complete state, country is mine. Carpenter wished to have land for making a farm. So this was decided by the king that carpenter will come in the next morning at the sunset, and he will be given a chance to walk across the land to cover the area whatever the carpenter wanted to own. How much land was wanted by carpenter, it was given an option to him to walk and cover the distance of the land he wanted to own. What happened? The carpenter used to walk and walk. He did not give any pause. He did not stop at any place to rest or to drink water or to take food or to refresh himself, but he was so greedy that he did not pause, he did not stop himself for a minute, and in the second term he has to be returned before sunset. He could not keep the balance of the time while going, and on the second hand he did not rest for the simple minutes. So what happened that On the one hand, he could not have an idea at what time he should return, and on the second side, he did not rest. He kept on walking and walking to complete the wish of taking more and more land. What happened to him? You will read the word horror. A terrifying situation had to be dealt by the carpenter, that he was exhausted, he was over-breathed, he was unable to breathe, he was internally completely dry, and he was energyless to move further or to walk or to run more for covering the land and for covering the time to return at the point before sunset. So it became impossible for the carpenter to complete the term and condition of returning before sunset. And what happened to him eventually? He collapsed. Suddenly, accidentally, he just fell down. Due to exhaustion, unbreathing condition, the one who is not able to inhale and exhaust his breath, then he has become victimized by the exhaustion and he fell down. He could not get any land, even he lost his life. He lost his life because of exhaustion. So his greed made him dead. Otherwise, we can have an idea that if a person is given such opportunity, he can walk with a better idea of what the size of the land he wants to have, at the desire of what size of the farmhouse he wants to build, and he or we could definitely make our strategy that at what speed we will run or we will walk, and at what time we will how much time we will take for resting and re-energizing ourselves, and then we will start our return. That will be the scheme of the complete plan to take our land according to that. But here the matter is that carpenter was greedy. He wanted to take more and more land, more and more land. He was not getting satisfied over the land area he has already walked. So this greediness or this greed made him dead because of exhaustion at the end. He could not get any part of the land for farming or for building a new farmhouse, and on the second side he lost his life. These are the words you are going to study in first para, story of the greedy carpenter. Carpenter who works with wood, satisfied, not happy or comfortable enough, and presented that is gift. Entire, complete, paused, stop, horror, terrified, dreadful, a kind of dangerous situation, exhausted, the one who get unable to breathe in and to exhaust his breath, eventually accidentally, suddenly collapsed, he fell down, his breath was broken, and due to exhaustion he got died. You will read the topic attentively and you will see the words meaning by reviewing the lecture, and you will understand the meaning of the paragraph, and then you will come to answer the questions given below. Your second paragraph there is learn from nature. This paragraph deals with the study of our nature while eating and while desiring too much to eat in the different ceremonies. The science and our physical appearance speaks that there is a very specific size of our stomach. We cannot eat more than a capacity. But actually, you will read in this topic that what happened. We used to desire, we used to require, we used to wish things more than our need, more than our requirement. We have enlarged our demands, the demands which are really not necessary, not too much important, not too much necessary or essential for us, but we are prolonging and we are enhancing the domain of our requirements. हम अपनी ज़रूरियात का जो लिमिट्स हैं वो खुद ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा किए जा रहे हैं, और उसी तरह के डिज़ायर के अंदर when we go to the ceremonies, when we go to the parties, special occasions, we used to eat too much. So this is what we are going to study, learn from nature. What does nature says? Nature tells us that what is our requirement, what is our actual need, at what need we can purchase what sort of quality to fulfill the requirement. And the same voice, although we find quality of foods there, but what happened? Balancing, you will read this word balancing, equalizing. What equalizing? Absorbing, taking, involving the things in life. Ounce is a very little part of 1 pound. Overeat, that we eat more than the requirement, we used to eat more and more, is called overeating. Then satiated really means eating more than the need. Overeating means satiated, tends to stuff ourselves. We then feel ourselves very stuffed, very tired, very drowsy, very sleepy. Sometimes overeating causes different diseases also. Special occasions like ceremonies, parties, weddings, birthdays parties, or wherever, the special timing, special foods are offered to the guest. There we people are habitual of eating more and more. Against, opposite to the, so this overeating habit is actually opposite to the nature. This is not the law of nature that we are going to eat too much, so we are going to be powerful and healthy and active too much. This is not the law of nature. The law of nature is balance. A balanced diet is required by our physical needs and the stomach. Then there is a word overambitious. Overambitious, ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा किसी चीज़ के बारे में अपना aim बना लेना. And we do the same feeling while before the start of the mealing at the special occasions. खाने के टाइम से पहले बहुत से लोग बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर एम्बिशियस हुए हुए होते हैं, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा खाने के लिए. वही हम देखते हैं कि जब खाना शुरू होता है तो we used to say in our words that people have got attack on the food, on the meal. लोगों ने खाने पर हमला कर दिया है. वो ओवर एम्बिशियस लोग होते हैं जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा खाने को टारगेट बनाकर उन पार्टीज में गए हुए होते हैं. Then we have unrealistic, the things which are not real, which have no connection with fact. Those are just maybe the imagination or maybe not the truth. Then you have fell to prey, you will get involved, you will be caught by what? Frustration, mental disorderment, tension, depression and one get into frustration or mental depression, then obviously we can say that he is going to behave within a very compulsive behavior, very cunning behavior. He is going to be maybe pathetic just because he is frustrated, he is mentally distressed. Unfortunately mean with a bad luck. So, learn from nature is the second para that you will read very attentively, following these words and meaning, so that you can understand the real meaning and summary of the paragraph, and then you will be able to answer the questions given below. You will read these two paragraphs very attentively. You will understand the words and meaning of these given words, and then you will be certainly able to answer these questions. These questions are taken from these two paragraphs, so I am sure that you will feel it easy to answer. See the first question. What was presented to the king by the carpenter? What was presented to the king by the carpenter? Your second question, how much land carpenter could get? How much land carpenter could get? And your third question is, what diseases appear due to our unrealistic demands? What diseases appear due to our unrealistic demands? So these are three questions. You will try to find out the answers of these questions by reading these two paragraphs very attentively, and then you will write the answer of these questions on your fair notebook with the sequence of the work we were going in the class or we are running with these classes. So you have to write these words and meaning, answer of these questions on the same notebook of the classwork which we are following for the books and our copy work. So I am sure that you have enjoyed today's lesson as well, and you will follow these words to ensure your understanding about the lessons we studied today, the topics we have summarized today, and you will read these words with proper understanding and with a better attention also. And then it will be very easy for you to answer these three questions. I would repeat these three questions. What was presented to the king by the carpenter? How much land carpenter could get? What diseases appear due to our unrealistic demands? So you will write the answer of these questions on your copy, and if you are satisfied with it, you can send me the picture message of your copy that you have written your work. Many of the boys have sent me the performance and the writing work they have done. I really appreciate, and I really give them a clapping hand that they are doing good. But try to attend, try to keep the writing in your mind that you have free time. Try to write clean, try to write neat, try to write very proper, keeping the size and shape and structure of the English writing letters in your mind attentively, so that after that when you will prepare for your exam, you will also be able to read your writing very easy. Okay, so I'm sure that you will respond me soon by following the instructions I have given you. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Have a good day.